Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5. This topic suggested to me by one Garrett Ross based on a discussion we had on the show a couple of days ago. Top 5 venues with an aura. These are places I think that every sports fan should go if given the chance. I've only not been to one of them, but I've never heard anybody say that it doesn't have an aura. So I will take secondhand aura on that one. It's number 3 when we get there. Number 5, one I've been to a couple of times, Madison Square Garden. Look, this is not just a basketball venue. It's a hockey venue. It's a music venue. It's a legendary comedy venue. You have made it if you are on the floor at Madison Square Garden. And then when you walk through that building, wherever you are, if you're in the offices, if you're below in the bowels of the stadium, as they call it, which I think is a terrible way to describe it. But if you're in the lower part, just walking around the ramps and entryways, if you're out on the floor, if you are in the press room, if you're in the stands, if you're at the concession stand, you can feel Walt Clyde Frazier, and you can feel Mark Messier, and you can feel all the great college basketball that's been played there. And you can feel Sinatra, and you can feel, name the comedian, the big-time comedian that's played there. You can feel it in the walls. It's just such an amazing place. And, of course, it's right smack dab in the middle of the chaos of New York City, which when you walk out, Penn Station's there, you walk out and it's just bananas. If you've never been to an event at MSG, I highly suggest you go. It's really unbelievable. We did 2 days of shows just from essentially the cubicles. And even during that, you walk out in the hall to go to the bathroom and you're like, oh, look, there's a picture of Louis Armstrong. Just crazy, crazy stuff. Number 4, Wrigley Field. By the way, this is just a total coincidence that I clicked on this and my favorite band, the Foo Fighters, was playing there. But I would love to go see the Foo Fighters at Wrigley Field. Wrigley is truly one of a dying breed of old school stadiums. And because of where it is, because it is a place that hosted the lovable losers for so long, the Cubs went so long without winning a World Series or really even getting close. And it was this day game haven, and people in Chicago would knock off work and go down to the north side. All the neighborhood around it is amazingly fun. I'll just tell you, as far as the aura goes, I might have missed out on some of it because I had at least 22 beers the time I went there. It was a lot. And you go in the stadium and you have a beer per inning. And then you go out and you have 2 beers per, somebody comes around. I met friends there. Not that I keep in touch with anymore, but the Cubs won and everybody was happy. And so everybody was buying everybody beers. It was quite an unbelievable thing. Number 3, Notre Dame Stadium, Touchdown Jesus. This is the one I personally have not been to, but I had friends who played football at Notre Dame, who played baseball at Notre Dame, who just went to Notre Dame. I have tons of people I know who just go to games there. This is maybe what happens with growing a Catholic. Whenever someone goes to Notre Dame for a game, they come back like, oh, you got to go. You got to go. It's unbelievable. It's like living Rudy in real life. It's unbelievable. Beautiful campus and, of course, Touchdown Jesus and, the only college football program that really gets to make its own rules. There is Notre Dame. And I say that not with malice. I just say it like they are so big and so important that they, get to kind of make their own way about this whole thing. But this place has a magical aura to it. A lot of great things have happened in that stadium. Number 2. Fieldhouse. Just made my first trip there in 2024, and if you want to talk about like the mecca of basketball, I know was what we talked about, MSG, but that like if it really does feel truly you are in the birthplace of basketball when you walk into Allen Fieldhouse. I mean, Dr. Naismith, like all the things that happened there. And then when you're looking at Wilt Chamberlain and Danny Manning and like just this ridiculous murderous row of players and the great coaches they've had at Kansas over the years, and you walk into the fog, and the fans understand the game on a level that most college basketball fans don't. The fans are passionate about a game in a way that most college football or college basketball fans aren't. And it's just, as the kids say, yes, I'm saying it, it's a whole vibe. It is a whole vibe at Allen Fieldhouse. It is something else, and you've got to go. From the pregame to the very end, I didn't want to really leave. I mean, you kind of have to because the game's over. But like I could have slept in there. It was unbelievable. Number 1, Fenway Park in the Green Monster. What did you think I was going to pick as a stadium with aura? I'll tell you what has aura. The Green Monster has aura. Think about the people who've put dents in that wall. Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, Carl Yastrzemski, Joe DiMaggio, Ty Cobb put dents in that monster. It hasn't changed. And look, Wrigley Field and Fenway are unique in that they're very old parks, but at least as the fan experience goes, they've kept them up so it's not a dump. You're not walking through something going, oh man, this was great in Roman times. It's not like the Roman Coliseum or anything. It's a really fun place to go watch a game. And also, the area around Fenway Park is a really cool place. Not quite up to the standard of Wrigleyville, but very, very close. It's amazing. The fans are very passionate in a good way and a bad way. Boston fans are crazy. But again, if you asked me one stadium I had to go to for the rest of my life, it would be Fenway Park right there. And of course, Dustin Pedroia makes the top 5 for the first time. One of my favorite Red Sox of all time. Frank Thomas put a dent in the Green Monster. Bo Jackson put a dent in the Green Monster. Anybody who's pulled the ball and hasn't made it over the wall, think of the names of the dents. And here's another thing I'll tell you. Think of the left fielders. There's actually a bathroom in the Green Monster. And I didn't think of this at all until Manny Ramirez ran in there one day to go to the bathroom during a game. But think of the guys who have peed inside the Green Monster. Roger Maris. More. I can keep going. Hank Aaron has probably peed inside the Green Monster at some point, even though he was in the National League. But still, probably done it. Johnny Bench, even though he's a catcher. Sometimes you got to go where the closest one is. I don't know. That's going to do it for the top 5. Andrew's polls are coming up next. This is 365 Sports. Smokey, feed the people some data.